Pretty so. One sunny afternoon, a crow swooped down and gathered a piece of meat in its mouth. A lion had watched the whole thing happen. He was jealous of the crow. He wanted the piece of meat in the worst way. He was hungry and started to drool. He thought and thought about what he could do to get the meat from the crow. Finally, he had an idea. He sat down at the foot of the tree and called up to the crow. "Hey, crow, don't your feathers look crisp and clean today?" The crow smiled to himself and admired his feathers. The lion then said, "Hey, crow, your beak looks awfully handsome today as well." The crow smiled again and felt his face turning red. At this point, the lion knew that the crow was probably ready for the next step. He called out, "Hey, crow, I've heard you have a beautiful voice. Do you mind singing just a few notes for me?" By this time, the crow was beaming. He knew his voice was beautiful. He immediately opened his mouth and let out a shrill sound. The note cascaded down to the base of the tree. The piece of meat that was in the crow's mouth fell out. It landed on the lion's feet. The lion snatched up the meat and scurried off into the forest. The jealous wolf. There once was a wolf that spent his day catching rabbits. He prided himself in catching the biggest and fattest one around. One morning, he spotted the perfect rabbit. He proceeded to chase it. The rabbit was quick. He was able to dodge the wolf for a very long time. However, the rabbit soon tired and was caught by the wolf. The wolf was tired and headed for home. As he crossed the bridge, he happened to look down into the river. He was amazed at what he saw. There, standing in the river, was another wolf. This wolf has a rabbit in his mouth as well, but it looked much bigger. This made the wolf angry. He was known for his hunting skills, and he always caught the biggest rabbit. How dare this wolf try to outdo him? As the wolf continued to trot along, he couldn't stand it any longer. He ran back to the edge of the bridge and looked down at the wolf with the bigger rabbit over the side of the bridge. The rabbit in his own mouth fell into the water and sank to the bottom of the river. Once the wolf jumped into the river, he couldn't find the other wolf anywhere. He sputtered around looking, but the other wolf was never found. The wolf, saddened by the loss of his rabbit, went home hungry.